Hi there, I'm Karen McCarthy, and it's time to Karen-ize. Tonight I am going to, I've been making gnomes and I've got beard fluff flying all over. I'm going to show you how easy it is to take just a glass jar. This is one that I painted. It was, I don't know what it had in it, maybe spaghetti sauce, something like that. I just put a rough coat of white chalk paint on it, and I'm going to turn it into something to celebrate Valentine's Day. Whether I give it as a gift or keep it for my own home. So easy. So I'm going to show you just by using decoupage and a napkin. So I've got some matte finish decoupage, and I think I got these napkins at Dollar Tree. I just thought they were kind of cool. Got like a worn fence design and then the little Valentine picture. So the first thing you do, if you've not done this before, most napkins have 2, 3, whatever ply, and you just want to separate them. And boy, I've never had it happen that easy. Usually they are stuck together and you have to peel them apart, but this is like almost 2 different napkins. I save these. I use them like I would a paper towel or something like that. So now I'm going to just see, I think I only need half of it. Yep. So let me grab some scissors. Actually, I'm not even going to grab scissors. I do need to, I forgot to bring a thing of water, so I'm just going to spritz my little sponge brush, and I'm going to go along that fold mark and do this with water. And when you do that, you don't get that straight cut that you will with scissors, and it really blends in better with the Mod Podge. So I'm just going to pull that apart so you can see it's kind of a rough edge. And then I am going to just grab my Mod Podge, move this out of the way. Oh, you know what? I will be right back. I'm going to get something to put under this. Oh, it's right here. Just some parchment paper so I can do stuff on my little mat or cutting board here, but it is nicer not to have to do a lot of cleanup. And Mod Podge can be messy. I used to call it Mod Podge. I think when I was a kid, oh my goodness. Now if I can get this open, there we go. I must have forgotten to wipe the rim off when I put it back last time. When I was a kid, I think I thought it was Mod Podge. It still sounds funny to say Mod Podge, even though I look at the label and that's what it says. Okay, I'm just going to grab some Mod Podge, and I'm just going to just brush it over the jar, and I'm just going to do a little section at a time. Balance. And just pat it down. And you know, one thing I forgot to get, I'm just going to use one of these little, I'm going to go grab a garbage sack. Or not a garbage sack, I mean a grocery sack. If we pat it down with our fingers, a lot of times that will, it'll snag. But if you use saran wrap, or I'm just going to cut a piece of a grocery bag, because once that napkin gets wet with the Mod Podge, it's pretty fragile. And I'm just going to use this to smooth out all those wrinkles. Okay, I'll fix this part later. I'm going to do another section here. I really like this napkin. It's just very subtle, which is kind of cool. I like to recycle jars. A lot of times I'll fill them in the spring. I'll fill them with flowers and take them to someone. I usually kind of listen to God's promptings on that. It's amazing how often someone will just pop into my mind when I'm making something like this, and I take it to them and they're like, oh, how did you know I really needed this? It's like, well, I don't, but I just listen. hasn't happened for a while, so I'm like, okay, maybe nobody needs cheering up. Just smear some more on there. Super, super easy and quick. And what a great, you can do this on tin cans also. I mean, I love recycling. So we're not putting all that stuff in the dumps. And I don't care if there's a little bit of wrinkles. It just gives it kind of an aged look. But it is nice to get out as many as you can. That first part went on really well. I'm getting a lot more wrinkles here. It's going to be in the back. Maybe I'll pull this up just a little. Try it again. That's a little bit better. Okay, now I'm to the tricky part, because what I don't like about this napkin is that that is right at the edge. And what I did not do, what I should have done was, I wonder if I can just tear some of this off. I'll probably end up ruining it. I'm just going to see, because now I have that straight edge almost like it was cut. I don't want to lay this down because it's so wet. So I'm just going to do some tears. There, that'll help. And then I'm going to stop right. I wish that that design wasn't quite at the edge. It would have been a little bit easier. I am just going to just make a little crease there and then pull this out. Can you still see that crease? Yes. And of course, I've gotten this wet. Let me find something else. Maybe I'll just use my finger. Best laid plans, right? I should have measured this out better before I put it on. But so most of my videos are don't do what I do, watch my mistakes, and then you won't make the same ones. Okay? So I don't really worry if I goof up. Okay. So now I'm going to put some Mod Podge on this last part. That was the weirdest thing. It was like something just buzzed over here on my table. But my phone is what we're using, so it can't be that. That was weird. It was almost like when your phone buzzes on the table when you have it on silent or vibrate or whatever you call it. Okay. Grab this, just smooth those out. I got this a little bit too long because it's covering up my little heart. So I'll just tear some more off. Get out as many of these wrinkles as I can. And then I'm going to, now if I was doing this to sell, I would make sure that I had painted the bottom and everything was perfect, but I'm not going to sell it. If I give it to someone, they're not going to be looking at the bottom, I'm sure. So I am just going to take my Mod Podge and just smooth all of that extra from the bottom over so we have a nice clean edge at the bottom of the jar. There. I'm going to put a little Mod Podge right over where the two sides meet. I will be putting another coat of Mod Podge on later, but I don't want to do it right now while it's drying. Now, I wonder if I can get if I can get this on this water bottle to dry. There we go. And then later on, after it's dry, I will do something with the top part that I didn't do. That might fall over. Okay, I'll get that part off. You don't want to do it right now just because that napkin is pretty fragile. All right, I will come back when this is dry and show you what we do next. Okay, I am back. It is all dry. I did decide to paint the bottom just so it looked a little bit better. And now I'm going to work on the top. So I'm going to take a paintbrush and just get a little bit of water on it, and I'm going to just wet this top part so I have that kind of raggedy edge that blends in really well. Go all the way around. Okay, and then I'm going to hold the part that I don't want to tear off and just gently tear this off. Now I had painted the jar all the way up to the top. I even actually painted a little on the inside, so if you do see the inside, it's got a finished look. And for some reason I think it has a little bit of Mod Podge on it. It was a little stiff. All right. And I'm just going to, I'll take a little bit more of this off, so it's kind of even with the rest. And then I'm just going to open my Mod Podge back up. Maybe. Oh, this thing likes to get stuck. Okay. And I am just going to dab Mod Podge on that top part. Get that all adhered to the jar. Oops, and I don't care that I'm getting it all over because I'm actually going to give a coat to the whole thing in just a second. I just want to get this edge done really nicely before I do that. Mod Podge decoupaging is so fun because you can turn trash into treasure and use very inexpensive napkins. I've used fabric and Mod Podge fabric onto things. But there's so many cute napkins out there that I love doing the napkins. Just have to be a little bit careful not to, like I said before, tear them. This is just going to give this jar a little extra finish. And so like if I were to have it in my kitchen and I got some grease on it or something, I would be able to wipe that off easily, where if I had just done the Mod Podge under the napkin, it probably would not be very safe to do. Just put a nice, whoops, I didn't get that top part. Just put a nice coat on the whole thing. Make sure I get that top part really well. And when this dries, it dries completely clear, so you're not even going to see that that's on there. Almost done here. Then I'm going to let this completely dry. It's kind of late in the evening, so I'll probably let it dry all night, and then I will come back tomorrow and finish up the top of the jar, doing some kind of cool things with the top. Just want to make sure that all of that is adhered really well. All right, I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, I am back. I was going to use this twine because I really like the glitter, but I just don't think it's going to be thick enough probably. So I got some of this red raffia that came, I think I got this at Dollar Tree. I think it was in a pack of red, green, and maybe a neutral color. I can't remember. So I'm just going to grab a couple of strands and just fold it up so it's, I don't know how, I don't think I want it that thick, so I think I'm going to keep it just like this. I'm just going to bring this around and tie it in the front. Make a little bow. This is when I need little fingers here to help me keep that tight. I pulled that too tight. Okay, so I'm just making a little raffia bow. And cut off the extra. I don't want it to be super long, so I'm going to cut off that part too. And just pull it kind of tight. Figure out if I want it right over. Yeah, I think I want it right over the little heart that's here. You know what I thought of after we did this the other day, and I don't remember if I said it on that video. I should have cut this out, covered the whole thing with just this part, and then glued this on. And but I noticed that where the two pieces meet, you can't even tell. So when you're decoupaging, it's like you don't even have to worry, because you can't even tell that there were two pieces meeting anywhere. So, okay, cool. Now, I have lots of little things that I can use here. I have these, and they look like they're a little bit too big. I have red and pink of those. I have these little felt hearts, and let's see if there's a teeny weeny one. All from Dollar Tree. This package, look at how many hearts you get in this package. That's not even all of them. You get a lot. So those are too big. So let me see. I've got these, I think I got at Hobby Lobby. Yep, Hobby Lobby. I love these little boxes with the little things. Dollar Tree has them too. So let's see if any of they all look like they're too big also. What do I want? All right, I'm gonna be back again. I'm gonna have to go get something else because those didn't work out. Okay, I'm back. Or not Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree has this really cool, like strands of pearls. So let's see what that would look like if I wrap some of that around. I don't know if I can get it where you can see. I think it might look kind of cute if I did a... I can't get it to... If you're not actually gluing it, it's kind of hard sometimes to get it to stay and see. They have a pale pink and like a hot pink, almost a fuchsia color also. But I don't want to use those with this project. Yeah, I think I'm going to like that. So I am just going to start gluing it on. And this I'm going to start right under my bow here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. Hold it for a minute. Let me get one of... I can hold it on there with this little thing. I have some of the finger protectors. I have a couple of different kind. But I just feel klutzy when I'm wearing them. So if I don't have to use them, I don't. All right, so then I'm just going to wrap this around a couple of times. Maybe I'll put, oh, there's not near enough on here. I mean, for this there is, but I could only find one white. And I really like the white for a lot of different projects. So I'm hoping when I go back that they've restocked it. Okay, put a little bit of hot glue here. Just gonna glue it just occasionally just to kind of keep it in place. And I'm just gonna wrap it around a couple of times. We'll see if 2 works or if I want to do 3. All right, let me see here. They're kind of going together. I don't want them to go together. So I think I need to put a little bit of hot glue down here. Get that big pearl kind of connected there. Oops, I put it in the wrong spot. The little pearl connected there. Got it on my fingernail. Trying not to do that, but sometimes my nail polish holds up and sometimes it comes right off. Okay, I am going to cut right there. I still have enough for another project, but definitely there's not as much on here, which I'm not surprised because I'm sure this is more costly to make than just regular ribbon. And where's my little thing? stick that up under there. Oops, it's kind of popping off. Some people on the videos make all this stuff look so easy, and it is easy, but I mean, you know, you have to know what you're doing, and sometimes I don't. Okay, so that's cute, but I think I got this big bag of buttons. Where did I get this? Might have been on Amazon. Big bag of like the mother of pearl looking buttons. And I'm gonna see what a button would look like. And then, oh, it's double wrapped. Couldn't get it out. Okay, we'll see what a button looks like in the middle of the bow, or if I want to go get some of my, I've got little pearls, fake pearls, of course. Oops, pulling everything off. Ah, I can't grab. I got acrylics put on last weekend. I forgot how it's hard to grab things. I was not able to keep my natural nails long for very long, so okay. Problem is, it's hard to see with your finger there. Oh, I should be doing this live. I could ask you what you think. I'm kind of thinking, all right, I'm gonna be back again. I'm gonna go grab my pearls. Okay, I got this bag of pearls, fake pearls, of course, from Dollar Tree. And I think I just want to put, since I've got pearls everywhere else, I think this would look better than a button. So I'm just gonna go for it since I can't tell with my fingers in the way. And just glue this on. So now I'm kind of wanting to get this raffia bow spread out a little bit. And there we go. I'll take a picture with some flowers in it and put this at the end, just so you can see what you can do. But I think this would be also cute for kitchen utensils, makeup brushes, I don't know, paint brushes, whatever, if you wanted it for just a more generic type thing. Hi there, I had a bit of a glitch. The video making this did not turn out, so let me just talk you through it. This is just a wooden heart from Dollar Tree. Painted it white, let that dry, put crackle medium on it, let that dry, and then painted red and let that dry. And you can see the nice crackle finish, I think you can see. I didn't get it totally even, so down here there's not as much crackle. But it still looks great. I just am not adept yet at crackle finishes, so that was a learning experience. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, oh, and I was going to show you, this part is done with a silk screen transfer. I haven't washed it yet, so this is what it looks like. This one's from Chalk Couture a few years ago. You can also get silk screen, self-sticking silk screen transfers, try saying that fast, from Magnolia Design, Maker Studio, and I'm sure there are others. They're really fun because you look like you're talented and you don't have to be. So now I want to make a little bow to put up here. And I've got one red plaid bow made. I'm going to show you, where is it? This is a little doodad that my husband uses when he's making fly ties. Tie fly? I always say it backwards. Anyway, the flies for fishing. And he's letting me use it. So I've got this that I'm going to add to the other ribbon, and I am just going to loop it around here. I'm going to leave a tail. Let me get a bunch off so I'm not feeling too klutzy here. All right, you want to hold it tight, loop it around. So that's one. Yeah, you don't want to twist the ribbon, especially this one where it's not the same on both sides. It's just red on one side. And I'll go around again. I'm having an all thumbs day, so it's not normally this complicated. I don't know what's going on with my hands. And flip it around. Yep, it twists. This really is not that hard. It's just I'm having one of those days. Okay. I'm gonna go one more time. And then I will cut that off. I'll leave another tail over here. Now some people take it off of their bow maker. There's actual bow makers that you can get on, oh dear, I forgot to, I'm gonna have to hold it with my arm and cut a piece of wire. You can get bow makers and some people take it off first, but with me being so clumsy today, I'm just gonna leave it on. Go right in the center and give it a twist. Man, I'll tell you, I don't know what's with my hands today. Okay, so I've got it in the right spot. Now I'll take it off and then I'll tighten it up. Get that out of the way. You can use, like if you're doing a bigger bow, it doesn't really work for something this tiny. You can use pipe cleaners, zip ties, all that kind of stuff. But this is such a tiny little bow, I really didn't want to. I'm just going to twist and twist and twist until it gets tight, which it's not doing. It's just twisting back here. Okay, see, I told you I'm having one of those klutzy days. So if you think you can't craft, just watch me. If I can do it, you can do it. All right, I'm going to kind of squish it and then twist it. There we go. Okay. Cut off the extra there. And then you just kind of fluff it out. And I'll tell you, the other videos, they say fluff it out and they make it look so easy. It's kind of like me and tissue paper. You know, putting tissue paper into a gift bag. Some people make it look so easy. I struggle with that. I don't know why. I mean, I get it looking okay, but never quite like when they do it in the store that they make it look so easy, and it's not easy for me. So we're just going to pull those out. Yeah, I think a large part is I am so getting used to these fingernails again. I used to wear these all the time, and I think that's why I stopped, because they get, and these aren't even really thick. They're only, but they're just, they make me feel clumsy. Okay. And now I'm just going to cut this one off. This tail, I don't want very long tails. This one got twisted around, so let's twist it that way. I like the ribbon that's the same on both sides because you don't have to worry about that part, because this one is definitely not wanting to twist the right way. I can fix it once I get it on the surface. Okay. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. Well, it looks okay. It'll be fine. And then if I put this one on top of it, no, I don't think I'm even gonna like that. All right, so I've got two bows. I'll finish them off. I'm going to cover up that wire, so I'm just going to cut this in half. It's just a little scrap that I had when I made this one, and I am just going to hot glue that over the wire. On both sides. All right, so there's that one. And let's see, there's the little piece that I cut off the tail. Do the same thing here. We'll see what it looks like after that wire is covered. If I get hot glue on my fingers, it's like even this paint that's dried on my fingers makes me feel clumsy. Is that weird or what? There we go. Okay. All right, let me put my hot glue gun out of the way and let's see. I don't think I like that one. I like this one. All right, so I am going to just glue that on. Where is my extra glue stick? It got, oh, there it is. I forgot to do this before the glue is all gone. You get a little bit of glue and you glue this to your other glue stick, and then it doesn't fly out when you're doing things because they fly all over the place when you grab it. And put it right there and cut off those two little threads that were coming out. I got glue all over that. Oh my goodness. See, don't do as I do. There we go. Okay. Now I made that look real complicated, but it really isn't. And if you could have seen how quickly you can do this. I mean, what takes the longest is prepping the board because you have to let all 3 layers dry. But you'll see when we do another project how easy it is to do these silkscreen transfers. So, quick and simple, and I think it's really cute. All right, on to project 3. Okay, Valentine project 3. I have this little cutting board cut out from Dollar Tree. It actually had something on it. I just spray them with some water and take a scraper or something, and I scrape the paper off and then paint it. Sometimes I leave the other design on the back. Sometimes I do this because I might do like maybe St. Patrick's Day on the back here and have a double-sided thing. So I'm going to do it sideways though. And that is just because I didn't have any other surface for this transfer, and I like this transfer. It's a couple years old. This one I think is a Chalk Couture, and it's just got a whole bunch of Valentine words on it, so I really like that. I'm going to put it right there and then put a bow here. So first thing I'm going to do is prep my transfer. Like I said earlier, you can get these from Chalk Couture, from what I've got on me, Magnolia Design, Maker Studio, all have this type of product. And you just want to get some lint or fuzz off of a towel or your jeans. Now I've used this before because usually you hear whoosh, and this one has not very much sticky on it, so it's not making any sound. So we'll see. I might have some bleed through because of that. Who knows? It might be time to retire this transfer. Then I'm going to put it on here, get it straight, get it, okay. I think I'm gonna move it up just a hair, get that kind of centered. Okay, and then I've got something here. Oh, it's on the surface. Let me get that. Okay. I'm going to just smooth out any air bubbles, make sure that the transfer part is sticking so that the silkscreen doesn't have the ability to bleed through. And then I'm using shimmers. I've got a shimmer frost, a shimmer silver, and a shimmer crimson. I think this one feels like it's almost out. I might have to order some more. Just gonna open these up. If you haven't ever done this before, it's so easy. Okay, I'm gonna do a technique called hot mess. I just realized the shimmer crimson is probably, or the shimmer frost is not going to show up. If I were doing a bigger design, I could make sure that that was in the center, but I'm not going to use it because it's probably going to blend into the white just a little bit too much. So what I'm going to do is just grab some of the crimson and just dot it all over. I want to have a little bit of crimson on every one of the words. When you do hot mess, you never quite know what it's going to show up like. But I've never had it turn out horrible. Sometimes when you're scraping off the extra, it's making a very crazy color. Looks like it should be like in maybe a baby's diaper. But when you lift up this transfer, it's nice. Okay. And then I'm going to take the silver. And I love the shimmers, and so do my workshop ladies, so they go fast. I'm going to have to order some more. Whoops. I'm going to dot that all over. You want to work fairly fast. I didn't get any crimson on that letter. I better do that before I forget. Where was it? Here we go. You want to work fairly fast so it doesn't dry. The shimmers take longer to dry, so you're a little bit safer there. Yeah, these two, I'm going to have to order more. Didn't realize we had used up so much. Okay, I just want to kind of go through and look and make sure I've got both colors on every letter. Oh, I dropped that into the jar. So I'm sure I've got it on my fingers. A little bit more silver in a couple of places. Over here. Yep, silver is toast. There's hardly any left. Okay. And then what you do is just work it through. You want to work it through that so that none of the white from the surface is showing. The more times you sweep over this, the more you're probably going to merge these into totally different colors. Where if you just do it quickly and only once or twice, you're going to get more like almost like a camouflage look. Where you still see all the colors. This was getting old, so it was getting thick, and I don't think you can thin down the shimmers like you can the regular chalk paste. Okay, now I have blended this, so before I've said you can put it back in the jar, don't do that when you've done a hot mess, because you're going to get your colors all mixed up in there. All right, looks like I'm great at doing letters and everything, and I'm not. So, turns out great. The silver really toned down that crimson a lot. Okay, let me get all this mess out of here so I don't... See, I've got it all over my hands. So let me grab a paper towel and get that off. And then while that's drying, I will make a bow. So I'm just going to cut several of each. I'm going to do maybe two sets of this one. Just cut some strips the same size. I will grab some of this. Let me just take one to measure with. You want to do at least 2 of each. Okay. And I'm going to throw a little bit of the pink in there. Since it's a messy bow, I think it'll work fine. So I'm going to first trim this so I don't have to do it later. I am just kind of doing this, I don't know what you call it. Not the dovetail, but the other kind of, where you just do it at an angle. That's really pretty. Very sparkly. Okay, what else do I have here? I have some just little hearts. That would be cute. That over here, so I'm getting it the same length. Oh, I wish I had some good white. I said that before, but what did I do with... This might work with a messy bow, so what did I do with that one piece that I decided not to use? I don't know, so I'm going to make another one. All right, let me cut some about the same width. Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on with my hands today, but they're just not cooperating very well. All right, let's see, none of these are cut at an angle yet. So we'll do that real quick. All right, so when you do a messy bow, you just take the ones that are alike, crisscross, and I'm gonna separate that with this one, crisscross. I love this plaid bow. That little like glittery edge to it is just so pretty. Let's go ahead and put this one on next. Get rid of that fuzz, whatever that was. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do the white next, or the off-white, I guess. This one, and last but not least, I'm gonna do those little hearts, and they're not wanting to stay, so. Okay, let me grab some wire. I'm going to try to stick this under all of it. This one's nice because you don't have to worry about where the middle is because it's where they cross. But for some reason, there we go. I don't think it's going under all of it. There. All right. Pull it really tight. And wrap it around a couple of times. Yeah, let's see if we can do it, Karen. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over and twist it really tight. That was weird. I'm twisting and my neck popped. Maybe that's the answer, is twisting ribbon. Okay, and then you just kind of fluff them out, but let's put a little piece. Let's see, I know I've got another piece of something that I cut off. I probably want to do the little heart one to cover up my wire. All right. Ooh, got hot glue on me, but it was not hot, so that's good. I don't know if you watched my video, was it last week? I can't remember when it was, where I was, what was I making? I don't remember what I was making, but I had hot glue on it, and I went to, oh, I was making one of the mushroom gnomes, and I went to put the fur on. I put the glue on the back of the fur and went to put it on the gnome, and it flipped out of my hand right onto my hand upside down. Oh my goodness. My. I ran from my Renew 28. That's the second time in like 3 weeks that I burned my hands. Thank God for Renew 28. The other one was when we were cooking. Where were we? We were at my son's. And we were cooking a turkey dinner. And I don't remember what it was, but it burned the heck out of my hand. Put that stuff on and I don't know. It works. Okay, I'm just trying to flip these out just a little bit. Maybe tied it too tight. So you can see some of these other ribbons. Messy bow is a good way to make a bow if you don't really like tying bows. got enough hot glue on my fingernails that it's sticking. I don't know if I do like that, the hearts. What do you think? It's gonna be too late by the time you tell me, but the little hearts, I'm not really, I don't think I should have put them on the top. Well, I'm just gonna trim that one. I got it a little bit too long. Fluff them out a little bit more. Yeah, I think it's the hot glue on my fingernails that's sticking to everything. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue that at an angle. Get all that wire out of my way. And cover up that hole in the handle. There we go. I think this is gonna be too big to put one of the, well, maybe not, that might be kind of cute. Thought it was gonna be too big, but these are glittery hearts that you can get at Dollar Tree. They have really pretty pink ones too. All right, there we go. Now, had I not been talking and messing around, this project would probably take, oh man, not even 10 minutes. I mean, what takes the longest is getting the previous design off and painting it. But how cute. I'm gonna set that in my kitchen. Hey there, thought I would show you this. They have these cute little tins or tin pails at Dollar Tree. They come in, I think, a 3-pack for $1.25, which I thought was good. I just took them, some of the little heart stickers that they had, and I stuffed a crumpled up paper towel in the bottom so that they didn't go all the way down. And I just started gluing them in just any old which way, and then put a sticker on the front. What a simple, easy little project. Makes a great little gift and looks cute on a shelf or in a tiered tray. Talk to you later.